Today's share for Secret Garden of Soul is about growing things in our soul. And it evolves around this picture that I've been using as a background, which is very old, and it wasn't my first choice. I had wanted to use some of the photographs I've been taking for decades, but I'm new at this and I really didn't know how to get that all combined. So instead of delaying until I could figure it out, I decided to brainstorm about what else could I use that I already have. And then I thought about this old picture that I'd put away in my closet. I'd found this at a yard sale in a free box. It was dusty, looking shabby, but I loved something about it, and I knew I'd use it in the future somehow. Then, this channel wasn't even a thought at the time, but as I think about gardening soul, there is a lot of wisdom for me in this picture. After cleaning it up, getting it back in the frame, and a little spit and polish on the frame, its allure increased. I now see grace and beauty, a harvesting flowers in the arrangement that could only have come from several seasons worth of nurturing and tending, and most of all it holds a touch of mystery, which is an essence of soul. Some physicians claim to have found soul in a body's heart or portion of the brain. Metaphysical teachers see elements in a body's chakras, but none can claim to know the exact place where our soul resides in our bodies. Yet the evidence of spiritual growth emanates from this secret garden as fruits, like kindness, mercy, patience, understanding. Somewhat like a cluster of grapes. Each grape is individual, yet it grows in a cluster or community of same-minded growing. Grapes grow on vines that need faithful tending in order to not only grow these grapes, but to nurture the vine to be hardy and strong enough to bear the weight of many clusters of grapes. The process of nurturing a new vine is not a one-season wonder either. Each new start after planting will put down roots for 3.5 years before ever showing a lot of outer growth. This rooting is crucial for the needed strength to bear the weight and responsibility of fruit this vine is growing into. And in those 3.5 years, the gardener will patiently tend and trim and train each branch coming out of the main vine so it has its own individual source into and out of the vine. And then the subsequent growth of this branch is trained onto a trellis where the future fruit will be accessible for harvesting and have support to bear up under the abundance of grape clusters it has the potential to grow. This picture holds the look of all that mystery which goes into tending a beautiful and bountiful garden ready to harvest. This doesn't happen on its own. It takes a gardener. Grapevines left to themselves will grow into trees and have grapes up at the top where only the birds can eat. But it can also grow wildly crazy and even kill the tree that it's grown up and around. There is some residual harvest that can be taken from such growth, and many a country kid has had the dubious task of climbing into this maze to pick grapes for jelly or homemade wine. Not a waste, just a lot of bother for very little return. Whereas a planted garden is a wanted garden and will provide an abundance if we so choose to tend our own inner secret garden of soul.